most of your so-called problems aren't even really your own problems. Your whole like outer world, everyone around you and everything that you see tells you what are your problems, where your limits are, what you can and you can't do. Like the things that not necessarily in like, oh, you're allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this, but more in like, yeah, you're able to do this and you're not able to do this. This is possible and this is impossible. This is weird and this is normal. I need you to realize this sounds kind of like random, but the reason I'm saying this is because when you're going about your life is pretty much determined by what you believe and what you know. And the reason I say this is because everything is mental, right? Everything first starts off mentally when you're living. So if you were to, for example, want to do something, your mind first has to think about it and then the action follows. And people don't seem to get this concept because for some reason they always think they can outwork their mental state by just outworking everything. And that's just not the truth, right? It all starts first in the mind and then it flows outward. Basically, I need you to realize that you are being programmed and, programmed by everything around you. So nowadays, you don't even really set your own limits. You see things online. Those things that you see online, that is what perceives your limits. Like, for example, I am a Mexican American. So there's a lot of people that might think, oh, you're Mexican American, so you can't do this or you can't do that, or it's harder for you to do this. It can be whatever. You literally put that into any scenario. And if I truly hear that and believe that, then that is going to be true. I am going to go around self-sabotaging myself because I believe a certain narrative to be true. Really, you just have to think about it kind of like just look into your own life. There's things, right, that you would want to do, but mentally there's like an invisible force field that stops you from going. Like, have you ever played a video game? And there's usually like a loadout place if you're playing like a story mode based game where if you go to a certain place and you try to walk past it, there's like this invisible wall that stops your character from going. I want you to realize and actually picture that every time that you have a mental block or a belief that's stopping you from doing certain things, it's the exact same thing. There's actually nothing there, but your own mind will stop you from doing something. Easiest example is, let's say you're at the store, right? And we've all been here at the store, whether you're a girl or a guy, and you've thought people are pretty, or you thought this girl was pretty, thought this dude was hot, whatever. You would want to go up and actually talk to that person, but there's this resistance, this thing that literally will stop you from going and talking to them. That is your mind, right? That is literally a mental block. What I'm trying to get to with this is that you are constantly seeing everything. Since you were a little kid, basically all the stuff that's around you gets sucked into your mind and then it solidifies as you start to get older. That's why it's important to be careful with what you're actually consuming, especially nowadays online. Like everything that you consume and you see, you will start to do, like you'll actually start to manifest in your life. You've noticed, but problems that are on social media or whatever the narrative is become your problems. Things that you've never experienced, you never related to, this has never even happened to you. Now you're worried about that happening to you, even though it has nothing to do with you. And you have that fear programmed into you. And one basic example I'm gonna give that most people, especially as a dude, like if you're a dude, you've seen this, right? We've all seen girls at the gym. We've all thought they're pretty, right? It's always been like the weirdest, like it's always known that it's super weird to go and talk to a girl at the gym. And you've probably seen like a few videos where one dude went and then he got caught on camera and then everyone was making fun of him and he got kicked out of the gym, some shit like that, right? So this scenario that you've never done because you probably never even went and talked to any girls at all, not even just in the gym, but at all. Now you have this idea in your mind that this is weird. This is, no, you don't want to be that guy. This is a problem now. And this is really not a big deal. You can use this to a lot of different examples. This is just one that came off top of my mind. See, someone like me, for example, I've never done that. And then even though I'm making a video about this, deep down in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't want to be that guy. And there's mental resistance right there. And you can use this for anything. Also, very common, these stupid gender wars that are going on. All the time, these gender wars of guys will act like this, all men are pigs, all women are hoes, all this shit, and it's not true. It's just that because you're consuming it, all the problems that are on social media are now your problems. You see all these problems all across the world, and I'm not saying that that's not a bad thing, that there's problems all over the world. But the thing is, you're not doing anything about it. The only thing is you consume it, then you get emotionally invested, and then you get tired and drained. And now those problems are your problems. I'm going to tell you what to do, because I hate when people are just out here giving you all this bad stuff, right? Like oh my God, this is so bad. Look what's happening. It's ruining your life. No, I'm here to tell you that we just have to do a little quick fix, and we're going to put you in the right path so that this stuff, now social media's problems aren't your problems. When you're on social media, if you still want to be on it, then you'll be able to navigate this perfectly fine. You're going to be like, oh, I see this here. They're trying to get my attention. They're trying to scare me. It's all good. These are not my problems. I'm safe and sound. And that is the way to literally fix it. You need to realize that you are safe and sound. All these problems online, all these things, just remember, bam, come back to the present moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the breath. Be here. Feel your body. And realize, wait, I'm safe and sound. This stuff has never even happened to me. I've never been cheated on like that. I've never been in this country that's in, a bunch of famine. I am literally here, safe and sound. Nothing is hurting me. The moment that you aren't present here in the moment, you need to realize that your phone is like a portal to all these different ideas and possible future scenarios. And I need you to realize that the future isn't really real. Most of your concepts of the future is just a mental movie or a mental projection on what you think is going to happen. And you're always going to be wrong because you cannot predict it. Even if you do predict it, you probably just got lucky. It's random. If you actually remember to come back here, go back into your body, feel the sensation of your body, like an easy way to feel your body when I say that, right? Just that feeling that your hand is here. So I can feel my hand right now, for example. Now, I'm not touching the hand or anything, but it's that like aliveness, like that feeling that this is connected to me. You feel that, and it'll help you bring you back into the present, out of the mind, back into the body. And this is going to help you stay grounded. So when you're actually seeing all these problems, because it's going to make your heart go everywhere, boom, 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 all these different emotions, you'll be able to remember, wait a minute, that's never happened to me. That's true for whoever's putting out this little video, but that is not true for me. And that's the thing you need to realize, like, is it true for you? Because you'll accept it as true. And if you subconsciously and mentally start to accept things, then guess what? That's going to be true for you as well, because whatever your mind believes is true becomes true for you. Not because it's the complete and utter truth, but because you believe it's true. And then eventually that's what you start to manifest, or that's what starts to come out. And then bam, you got a desire, you got a result that you didn't want. So yeah, make sure to stay present, and it's going to help avoid all these scenarios and problems that are not yours. It's just they're being projected onto you, and then bam, it now is your problem because you believed it.